It's finally time. You've been holding them secrets close to the chest. We're going to talk Marvel up in this piece. Yo, shout out to Beto for the raid. Stick around, guys. We're going to talk about these results and, of course, go over Marvel Monday. The movie was whack. I want to hear about it, Beto. I want to hear you. There's definitely a few things. There's 2 or 3 things. Okay, first things first. You know, let's just get it hot. Let's just get hot. Run. Did you see WandaVision? Let me just get that out the way because everybody, Coggins was on this team too. Where it's like, oh, I didn't watch that shit, bro. Like, not only did you fuck up by not watching it because it was dope. Like, so one, you fucked up not seeing it. Even if Doctor Strange never came out, you fucked up by not seeing Wanda. But second of all, you doubly fucked up if you went into this movie not seeing Wanda. You doubly fucked up. So, I do give this movie 2 different scores. Nah, because some of y'all swore y'all too good for WandaVision, as if it wasn't like a necessary prerequisite to this fucking film. Like, some of y'all fucked up. Like, it's like back in the day, you know, when you're reading Infinity War, and they're like, to be continued in Hulk issue 43. Your ass didn't read Hulk 43, did you? Or when you're watching the Alien Invasion, and they're like, continued in Iron Man 186. Your ass didn't read it in Iron Man 186, huh? Jacob, I'm gonna give spoiler alert. Oh, I thought you were giving spoiler alert. Never mind. I was like, Jacob, how am I gonna spoil it for your ass? I forgot. You asked not. You saw it. You saw it fucking day one. All right, let's fuck it. Let's get right into it. I do give this movie 2 different rankings if you saw WandaVision or not. That is the facts, because you kind of missed out. I mean, you can keep up with the plot without seeing WandaVision, but you will get more out of the lore if you did, kind of thing, you know? Yeah, let's go. Let's go, primates. Let's go, primates. Enough's enough. This song's bad, though. Plot was garbage. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. Okay, I will say this before I run the credits. I will say this. Isn't it the same plot of another Marvel thing we just saw? I mean, I will say this. If you look at the plot of the multiverse, what was the Spider-Man one called? The animated Spider-Man? Remind me, guys, what was the name of that movie? That was a dope movie. Into the Multiverse? What was it? Into the Spider-Verse? Into the Spider-Verse. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Into the Spider-Verse. This movie kinda had the exact same plot. All right, but I ain't gonna say any more. I ain't gonna say any more until we run the spoiler alerts. It's the exact same plot. So when people say this plot was whack or the plot was whatever, I don't think it was whack, but I do think it was a little lazy when you consider how copy-paste it was to the Spider-Man plot. Oh, someone could go through portals and someone is trying to control the power of the portals so that they can... Yeah, it's the exact same shit. The exact same shit. I know some of y'all have never looked at it like that, but it's kind of copy-paste. Anyway, roll the credits. All right, let's fuck it. Your mama in the house. All right, let's fuck it. Marvel Monday, baby. Let's go. I just looked at what's in the chat and you guys are already going dumb. I knew you guys needed a safe space to talk about this fucking movie because I did just as much as y'all. I will go into spoiler alert before I get into the hardcore spoilers, but in general, you're probably going to hear some shit, right? You're going to hear some shit. I don't even want to start saying shit until I give the full spoiler alert. We're going to get through these results so ASAP. There's actually a very limited number of results, and I'm glad, so we can just power right through it. I kind of want to just power right through that anyway. So we're not even going to waste time. We're going to get into the exact same shit. We're going to get right into it. You know what? Why the... There it is. Why is it way up there? Why is it way over there? All right, results. Who's winning what? No MVCI is dead this week, but the Jacob Man Chronicles very rare. Jacob Man Chronicles PC event. This is on the 4th. Number 65 in first place. 5th place, Lexidus. 4th place, Rainbows. 3rd place, Dr. Kano. 2nd place, Azura X. 1st place, your boy. I stepped in because I was actually available this Wednesday at the PC event. Your winner, the one and only, OG UG War Destroyer. Yep, I won that shit. And I 5-8 Jaco. Sorry, Jaco. When it comes to PC, boys, maybe I just get better reaction time. But shout outs to Jaco Man for doing the Jaco Man Chronicles. That very same day, of course, you know, we had a PS4 event as well. Tied for 5th, we got Hydro Rex, Picasso. 4th place, Netflix. 3rd place, Raisin Band. 2nd place, Weapon Sex. Say what? And in 1st, Peanut Brother. Shouts to Peanut Brother. Like I said, we're really going in. We're really going in. I'm really trying to fly by these results. We're really flying by. In the battle realm, Octo versus Horton. Octo winning that 10-3. Colin versus Dr. Kano. Dr. Kano winning that 4-10. OG versus Super Cool Mike. Did you guys miss that one? Jaco, you have to upload the VOD. It is a great fight. My man got the best of me. I think this is the first time he's beaten me in a long time, but my man, shout outs to Super Cool Mike winning the OG Super Cool Mike main event 10-8. 10-8. Shout outs to Mike, though. I remember the exact moment he won it. All right, that very next week, like I said, we're flying by. The next week, I want to get right into this. I got to get right into this fucking movie. The very next week, the Jacomania Chronicles on PS4. Tied for 7th, we got Netflix and Chill, Pun and Done. Tied for 5th, Poseidon and Hydro Rex. Tied for 4th, Dr. Marvel. 3rd place, Ryoken. 2nd place, Raisin Brand. I can't believe you won the fucking COTS, Raisins. You're lucky I wasn't there. 1st place, taking out Raisins Brand. Say what you want to say about the teams. Picasso AF taking the victory over Raisins at the Jacomania Chronicles PS4 event on the 11th. And the gauntlet, there's only one gauntlet this week, or there's only one gauntlet to go over this week. And this was a money grub A Money Grub Gauntlet. Let's get some notable names in there. The original gamer, OG himself, tied for 9th. Ouch, the worst I've done in a long time. 1 and 2. Really bad seeding. Tied for 8th, though. Tekua and Lin Bois. Chasing that dough. Excuse me. Tied for 5th, Tyson and Johnny A. 4th place, Beast. 3rd place, Kabak Fo 20 in the tournament of his life. My man was really the MVP, I think, this one. Shouts to Kabak for securing 3rd and getting the money. 2nd place, Bane Hollow. Chasing them ends whenever they appear. And in 1st place, the undisputed gauntlet champion of 183, Stealth, taking home that money. Shout out to Stealth. GG's for winning that, Stealth. All right, quick. I want to go over the Bananas Mutant Mayhem. Did you guys even peep this one out? This was on Saturday. He doesn't have a flyer, so I'm literally just putting his hat up for the picture. But this was a 1st to 15 team tournament or team exhibition. And it was Team Mutants versus Team Morlocks. I was on Team Morlocks. Me and Max Weiser versus... The Team Mutants had to switch because not everyone could stay the whole time. So it was like Hulk Polon, XC, and Raisins made up Team Mutants, all 3 of them, because they were tagging in and out. But Team Mutants, basically Max Wise, and me was able to take the victory over the Team Mutants. Came down to last game, last set, but GG's. If you guys did not see this one, this event was crazy. There was all kinds of interruptions. And I don't mean interruptions like bad. I mean like things that could interfere with the match. Players having to change stones, having to change teams. People voted on whether or not people can get another stock. Like, it was one of those insane joints. Think about like Wager Wars. Not exactly like that, but up that alley wherein the chat and the audience gets like full participation in the outcome of the event, right? A lot of wild cards, a lot of wrenches. Kind of take it with a grain of salt type deal, you know what I mean? That's because there's a lot of outside influences. So I hope he throws another one again. Shout outs to Raisins. I mean, not Raisins, Bananas. Why did I say Raisins? Read his name there. Shout outs to Bananas for doing the Mutant Mayhem. I do look forward to the other one. He got a lot of kinks out of the way on this one, but be sure, guys, to join the next one when he does it, because it is a great time. Not every tournament needs to be super sweaty, 1st to 10 or brackets. This event had a little bit of sweat, had a little bit of competition, but it also had that random factor, right? Which just shook it up and made a great Saturday afternoon event. So shout outs to Bananas. It was fun as fuck. That is a great way to describe it. It was fun as fuck. The fun factor was out the roof, for sure. And I just love Bananas' take on it, reading the story and doing the, as the story plays out, right? All right, we're moving along. We're almost done. We're literally almost done. It was a light week. Clash of the Stones. Untamed Gaming's own Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Dojo. I don't want to read these results. Top 7, Pun and Done. Tied for 5th, Poseidon and Hydro. 4th place, Alien Hominid, a regular now at the Clash of the Stones. You should be too. 3rd place, UG Boys defended. We got 2 out of 3 of the top 3 UG Boys. 3rd place, DJ Vest. 2nd place, UG Jaco Man. And in 1st place, no, not your boy OG. I couldn't make it. I couldn't stay the whole time. In 1st place, the winner of Clash of the Stones, Season 9, Number 4, Raisin Bran. Jaco, how could you? Jaco, how could you? I had to leave and come back. I checked the results, and we didn't secure it. All right. Well, good games to Raisins. Guaranteed, Raisins, when I come back for the next cuts, you will not take first. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm just gonna put that energy out there. But good games, Raisins. Shout outs. If you guys do not know, the homie Wenster did the Oro Kumite. Everybody got a crack at one of the Japanese champions. And believe it or not, a couple of us took him down, but a lot of people didn't. Shout outs to Wenster, first of all, for throwing the event. But shout outs to Wenster, Jaco Man,
and myself, we were the only 3 players who were able to grab a first to 5 victory versus Oro Oro. But great effort by Church, Hominid, Erebus, XC, Gonzo, SC, Mike, and One Wolf. They all had a crack at the Japanese champion. XC had 2 cracks at the Japanese champion, but were not able to obtain victory. But shoutouts to Wenster for throwing the event, and of course shoutouts to Roron. Japanese Marvel is legit. Japanese Marvel is legit. They approach the game in a way different way. But of course, shoutouts to me and UG boys. UG boys out here beating Japanese champions. You guys, you know what I mean? Maybe you guys could brush up a little, beat these Franks and Monster Hunters. But until then, the UG boys definitely got America covered. You know what it is. And the last event to go over before we talk about these fucking spoilers. Spoiler chat. Bam. Battle Arena Melbourne. I think that's what it stands for. Yeah, Battle Arena Melbourne. This is the Australian. Is it New Zealand? I think it's New Zealand. Where is Melbourne? Does anybody know who Melbourne's at? I don't want to be ignorant. It's on Australia. It's Australian for Danzo. Basically, they got Marvel over there. Shoutouts to my man Julian FGC. But they got Marvel out there in New Zealand. Lagless Marvel. Lagless Marvel. This was a lagless event. That scared me. Thank you for the follow. That scared me. I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't ready for that, and I can't really read it. I will catch up with you later, though. Thank you for the follow. I'll get all the thanks during the break, which is coming right up. Battle Arena Melbourne. They had Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel Infinite. Your Marvel vs. Capcom 3 top 8 is, and I don't know any of these dudes, and I followed Marvel 8 for a long time. Marvel 8, Marvel 3 for a long time, but it looks like they're doing things different out here on different continents. Tied for 8, Sir Slush and Lucky Box. They even have Australian names. Just kidding, I don't even know. 5th place, tied for 5th, Dust. That's actually a real cool name for a guy named Dustin. And IBPJ, whatever that is. 4th place, MVC Julian, one of the pillars of the Marvel vs. Capcom community out there in Australia. 3rd place, Yagami Khan. Is that Yagami? 2nd place, Tito Ed. And in 1st place for Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Battle Arena Melbourne, the lagless Australian tournament, Giggles. Alex Gigney himself. I like how these guys are morphing their names. But let's get to the latest and greatest Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Who is winning Marvel Infinite out here in Australia? Tied for 8th, we have Council Halo Wood and Storm Chaser. Tied for 5th, Lord Bread and Utro. There's a lot of people. Like 4th place, Teru. 3rd place, PNFGC Pen Power. 2nd place, MVC Julian himself. Shout outs to Julian for not only running the event, but placing well. 1st place, Timic83. Shout out to Timic83. Your Marvel vs. Capcom Battle Arena Melbourne champion. Bam! Battle Arena Melbourne, BAM. All right, that's all for results. We powered through that. All right, normally this is where I go into the rollback break. But we powered through this, and I kind of don't want to take a break. Well, you know, we're gonna do it just out of honor. Just out of honor. Literally for like 10 seconds, okay? And then we're going to the spoiler chat. Check out this.
I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. We've been thinking it'd be automatic when we try to link. Slow and static just after we hang up. We've been living separate, Jesus, we just feel so out of sync. Staggered our magic, just hoping it happens. I swear the crash has been killing me. The simple don't feel as deep. Like when we in my bedroom and you there sitting right next to me. I'm not hype when you far away. I close up, I stop and play. Like when we not together, this game just don't feel the same. I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now know this last and messed me up good. Stuck on screens while I see how you look.
All right. Enough of that. Shouts to Zed Tabani. You guys know what it is. Provider of the music segment. The Be Right Back segment. All right. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness spoiler chat. We might have DJ Vest jump in and join us. Let me prepare my headphones in case he does. I think he will actually, but we'll see. But I'll prepare just in case and get my headphones in there. Get all that set up. All right, first things, this movie starts off balls to the wall, pedal to the metal. I saw this movie in a 4D theater once again. If you guys didn't see it in a 4D theater, if you guys don't watch Marvel movies in a 4D theater and you can, you're tripping. Like, I want at least one person to see it in 4D and then come at me and be like, it wasn't worth it, bro. But the fact that everyone is still sleeping on that shit, low-key still, it doesn't bug me. It just makes me think like, y'all are missing the fuck out. Like, y'all are missing the fuck out. The 4D for this is insane, bro. Like, it's insane. Like, the minute the movie starts, the chairs are fucking flying, right? Spilling your fucking drinks, you know what I mean? The whole nine, right? Like, it's as soon as the movie starts, it's like, oh, okay. I wonder if they're gonna ease us into it. Psych. They're gonna just throw you for a fucking loop the moment this shit starts. Imagine sitting there watching the trailers and being like, okay, is it gonna start? And then the moment it starts, just the seats fucking going. The fucking winds flying at you. Just you know, that movie starts. It starts insane, right? So the 4D starts right away too. You know what I mean? It lets you know, like, oh, that's right. Like, it's not gonna be no fucking subtle shit. Like, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be intense, right? So, very good first scene, right? The alternate Strange, right? All that shit, right? First scene fight was definitely OD. Shortly after that, we got what was the misdirection, right? What did you guys think about the misdirection? Because it definitely looked like Gargantos was going to be the villain, right? All right. Oh, wait, you know what? It's about that time, guys. If you have not done so already, if you would like to avoid hearing important parts of the movie, including distinct plot reveals, blatant spoilers, now is their last chance to either mute the shit or GTFO. I want you to stay by all means because we're going to talk about this movie. But here is your last fair warning. RIP headphone users, it's going down. The spoiler alerts are in full effect. Full effect. You've been warned. You've been warned, but this is a safe place. I know if you've seen it, you've been wanting to talk about it, and I've been wanting to talk about it, so we're going to go ahead. So Gargantos, a.k.a. not Shuma, is not... Oh, UG Discord? I'm in there. Well, I'm not in there, but I opened Discord specifically for this. We're going to get you in here, Vess. We're going to get you in here. Which one? Team meeting? Which one, Vest? Team meeting? I'm assuming we're not having a team meeting now, right? So it should be all good. All right, Vest, meet me in the team meeting. Meet me in the team meeting. And then I believe the audio is already set up for this because I did that last time. Yeah, it should be good. All right, let me know when you're here, Vest. Or give me a test. Oh, I see you. I see you, but I don't hear you.
I got you. Hold on.
One more time, Vest.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Oh, you're good. Oh, you're gravy. Oh, you're gravy. All right, so we got we've already covered. I mean, we didn't cover shit really. We just covered that. Hold on, let me get all the screens back up where they should be though. So we covered that the beginning starts off like with another alternate Doctor Strange, like balls to the wall, right? What's going on? What's going on? Atina, ARV. What's going on, Jaco man? Squeak. Guys, I did give the spoiler warning. I know there's some people just popping in, but I'm going to show you one more time. If you have not seen Doctor Strange, and you hear something you did not want to hear, it is kind of on you now, because we were talking about it. We are definitely talking about it. All right.
Not only that, I mean, a bunch of memes has been popping up, dude.
Yeah, so. I mean, I kind of want to talk about that, right? Week one, there was like sort of dancing on the line, maybe a spoiler, maybe not a spoiler. After the second weekend, it was pretty much like Jim Halpert memes, right? Let's just keep it a buck, right? Let's just keep it a buck, right? So you're right? So you know what I mean? There's still some people who would think it's weird to talk about it now, but we're talking about it now. But
it's too late. It's already second week.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, there's some people who get tripping when like you talk about Breaking Bad right now. Imagine that. There's people like, what? I haven't seen it. I'm still trying to see that. It's like, okay, bro, you kind of. So we gotta warn them. We gotta warn them just out of good faith. You know what I mean? But so what did you think, Sylvester? Since you're here right away, I want to blast you right away. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Gargantos / Shuma not being the villain, despite the trailers, how they led us?
Well, first things first. I mean, they had to cut him out quite a lot due to the fact of copyright and name issues.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's nothing you can do. Legal issues, I mean, you know, anything legal related, copyright, you just get a cameo. The end.
Yeah, they definitely played the line with the Gargantos thing. And you could tell, like, what's funny is that I thought when they had him, or when I saw the trailers, right, I knew I knew about the whole copyright shit. I think a lot of people did, right? But at the same time, I was like, I wonder, are they just going to change his name, but still have him be Shuma? As far as his powers and his role, what he is to Doctor Strange.
Right.
And I felt I felt like it wasn't. I felt like it was just a big beast. It wasn't really a mythical chaos dimension entity. It really was just a big squid. What do you think about that?
Well, then again, the guy who created Shumagorath, didn't he pass away?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure.
So I think that would happen. So pretty much that's even more difficult to try to put the actual Shumagorath, you know, mind you, I wanted to hear chaos dimension, you know what I mean?
I wanted him to like multiply, right? Or have some kind of weird portals or something, right?
Right. But you know, he did have a couple of things that it was debut at What If. So you know, that first of all, you have Red Skull summons him out. Cool. All right. Then once he's out and about, they use the name was not Gargantuous. And What If it was actually a Hydra octopus?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, they call him Gargantos in the for this film, but never in the film. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah,
I mean? Like, they never mentioned his name, no matter what.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. We're almost like, like you said, it's almost like they didn't want to fuck around with the copyright, but they still wanted to give some fan service. I don't know, but yeah. So a part of me is like, oh man, because I wanted to see Shuma so bad, even if they couldn't name him Shuma, just to see something of Shuma, right? But there's a part of me that's also like, well, that really wasn't Shuma, right? So maybe we will get a Shuma later or something about it later.
Mind you, there's so many multiverses.
Yeah. And there's so many license issues, right, that they have to get around. So
pretty much.
It might not if it does happen, it might not be till they smooth all that out. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Other than that, hey, cameo's a cameo. It was awesome. Yeah, great fight.
Totally worth it. Yeah,
it was a great
fan
fight.
service all the way. Fan service all the way. Yeah.
Right. It was a great fight. Also, he had the ability to disappear, which obviously
that was dope.
that was a little bit of a Shuma tech right there.
Yeah.
So
he was there. I was in some magical cloak. You couldn't really see him.
Yeah.
So with Gargantos not being the villain, like the trailers led us. I mean, the trailers didn't say it, but they didn't. What do you think about Bomb Drop, the actual villain of the movie? The Scarlet Witch. The Scarlet Witch as the villain.
Beautiful.
It was OD.
Well,
it was
OD.
It was OD.
Well said. The point of the character was she always lived in agony. She cannot ever be in peace. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Scarlet Witch was human. I mean, well, it is human. She is human, right? Well, in one part of one part of the multiverse, right? I mean, one part of the universe, she's human, right? But she was in the middle of an experiment, right? And she's the only one that survived the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. She survived the Mind Stone, and then she unlocked the Nexus being out of her. You know that she has in her. She had in her.
Yeah. Almost like some Phoenix shit, right? There's some
Phoenix shit.
Some uncontrollable force that's like bigger than her, right? That lives inside of her.
Right. Of course. So ever since she was a kid, when she lost her parents during the war, right? What's the first thing she saw? She saw something that will bring revenge, will bring vengeance. She saw the rocket of Tony Stark, and it said Stark Industry. So she and her brother decided to be volunteers to be part of the Hydra, experimental enhancement program. Well, guess what? For some reason, I don't know how. I kind of missed that little part of how they got a hold of the Mind Stone, but a lot of people died except for her. She got it. She survived. Nexus being opened, and boom, there you have it. Right? Then you see her in an Age of Ultron. Then you start to see her in what comes after it? Oh, Civil War.
Yeah,
Civil War.
Very minor roles at that point. Yeah, very minor roles at that point. Yeah.
Right. So the thing is that Scarlet Witch has always been she's been holding on a lot of grudge.
Wait a minute. How are you gonna go over that much Scarlet Witch lore and not talk about WandaVision though?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you can't just jump to the movie. You gotta go right. You gotta hit the prequel.
Because you gotta understand that after Endgame, we gotta go to WandaVision.
Yep. Okay,
that's why.
Before we get to the details of WandaVision,
okay,
I do feel that, I mean, they didn't announce it because it would have been a spoiler if they did, but I do feel like WandaVision was a necessary prerequisite to fully enjoy this film. What do you think about that, Bess?
WandaVision was the key.
It was like the Infinity Watch and then the Infinity Gauntlet. I felt like this was the Infinity Watch of this shit. Where like, if you saw it, you're really gonna enjoy the lore a lot more. Not to say that the movie was incomplete as far as its story, but to be given this prerequisite story helps you fully understand the characters and their plights. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel. Because there's a handful of people who just didn't care for Wanda and didn't even watch it. Like some hardcore Marvel fans in our scene. That straight up were like, fuck that show, right? Where it's like,
bro, I was so upset that everybody's saying that WandaVision was low tier. I'm like, okay,
did you? Baller, bro.
Okay, so literally throughout that whole week, I had to put like paragraphs and paragraphs on the comment section on Facebook. And I'm like, you know what? Did you see? It says, it was so confusing and so on and so forth. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Stick it. You gotta stick it out.
Right. So it's like, okay, so you understand. So you quite did not understand the plot of the movie. Okay, I get you. All right, cool. But my question is, did you see WandaVision?
Yeah,
did you
right.
See?
Yeah.
And they're all like, oh no, I didn't see it, or it was just
two episodes. I saw 2 episodes, bro. Like, like you fucking you didn't see at all then, like any of it.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did you see What If?
Yeah, all that too. Yep.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't
They're
feel
like,
it's as relevant or as necessary, but you know, the Dark Strange and all that. Yep, you definitely got some lore ahead of time with what if, straight up.
oh no, what are you talking about? I mean, he managed to surpass the power. He does have the power of the Supreme Strange in him. So if you saw the fight against Gargantuos, you know, he actually what do you call that? Super? I mean, not super. The oh my god,
The portal shit.
No. He did not balls, not bolts.
Oh, the
balls.
rings, the bands,
rings.
the cytolrack bands, the
Yeah. How do you call that? The flame? No,
the red bands of cytolrack, the one that ties them up, that binds them.
no. We use them in a game. Not bolts of ball sack. It's the other one.
Ashanti? I like when they're mentioning the shit, the spell of Ashanti.
No, that's the book.
Yeah, the book.
No, not the bolts, but the other one that throws the rings, the 3 rings.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The green rings. Jaco knows.
Daggers, the daggers of the knock. The daggers of the
There
knock.
you go. Perfect. So he uses the daggers, right? That was the book. That was the book that he was reading in What If, all right? Also he brought out the snakes, the cobras,
Yeah.
right? He brought out the monster's hands.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the
He
magic
brought
shit.
it-
Yeah.
Right? He brought out he brought out quite a lot of things because he mastered it.
Yeah.
Right. That is perfect. Where did he learn all that? What If?
Yeah.
Right. What did it cost him? Everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, What If definitely gives you a prerequisite to like how deep Strange goes into his like sorcery stuff, right? Where he's like, cause I mean, spoiler alert, but right, he's the Sorcerer Supreme at some point in Marvel Comics, right? But this goes into like why he's the Sorcerer Supreme, right? Like the things he's dealt with, the things he's had to tackle, the enemies he's had to face, the things he's had to sacrifice to get where he's gotten. Yeah, I do think that like you said, that's very like, that's gonna make the movie that much better, right? When you understand the depth of the character that much more, then you see the movie and you start. I don't know, it just gives you more to go off of. It just gives you more content to go off of, right? Yeah, I do think, now that you mentioned it, now that you're mentioning some of this other stuff about Strange, I do think What If is also like a necessary prerequisite as well. I said it like it's some side shit, but I do think you need to see that. You will enjoy the movie more having seen the Doctor Strange What Ifs at least, right? And then WandaVision for sure. Like it's almost like a companion piece. Like you gotta, it's almost like you should definitely see that first. You know what I mean? All right, I don't want to dog the chat. Let's see what they're saying. A lot of memes. Yep, Gardantos wasn't Shuma, thankfully. Yeah, part of me wanted to see Shuma, but a part of me wanted to see Shuma done right. So I was kind of glad it wasn't him as well, by how they have him fight and what he was. Marvel has a lot of characters to pick in their movies. Yep, that's true. Blackheart in the MCU, that was the sleeper dream, Jaco. That would have been too good, bro. That would have been way too good.
Yeah, wasn't that in the Ghost Rider movie?
Well, I just mean like if they have Shuma and Blackheart in a movie, like that's just like Marvel, Capcom, fucking pandering. You know what I mean? Like pandering to the max, and that's a dream come true. Of course, it didn't happen. It's character development by Wanda, little by little for each movie. Yes, that's why these characters are dope to watch, because you don't just watch them in a 2-hour movie. You watch them in a whole season and then the movie, and they're a lot more resonance. You know what I mean? Yeah, do the character right, unlike Taskmaster. That's facts. All right, the Scarlet Villain.
This guy said Fantastic Beast 3 or 2 over Doctor Strange. You must, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Bro, what the bro?
I don't even know what that is. Fantastic Beast,
bro.
Is that Beast without lag?
Nah, this guy is more into. I think he loves more Harry Potter than Marvel.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, of course, Harry Potter could probably have a better like magical plot, because that's what.
Funny
it is.
thing, the whole Fantastic Beast movie franchise, it was literally it was literally about 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not worth even talking about it.
Damn. Well, definitely not worth talking about now.
Yeah. Come back to me in pretty much 20 years, Beto. All right, anyway.
All right. So a couple more things. Let's just continue to go down the list here. Okay, so I made some notes. So the effects, bro. What did you think about? So that to me, this movie, people were saying about the plot, right? And some people, when we started saying the plot was subpar, the plot could be better. There's a part of me that agrees with it. I don't think the plot is bad, but I also do not think it's original, right? Like, you know what I mean? I was saying this earlier, and I actually took notice of it. This plot is very identical to the Spider-Verse, whatever that animated, the Spider-Verse into the whatever that, what's it called? Into the multiverse, right? Where someone has a teenage power where they can open portals. They don't know it. They don't know how to control it. Some big bad dude wants to secure that power for his own to save his former family. Does that not sound exactly like this fucking plot? Except instead of the Kingpin, it's the Scarlet Witch. Instead of Miles, it's Chavez. And it's the exact, and instead of trying to find your kids, trying to find his wife, she's trying to find her kids. Like I said, when I saw this, it was hard for me to not look at it like being kind of analogous, right? We're like, okay, obviously this is a new story, but its foundations and backbone aren't the most original. You know what I mean? But that does not mean the story was boring, bad, or not worth watching. I just want to point out what it is, right? I don't like to say like, oh, it was baller. It's beyond reproach. There's no criticism to be had. No, perhaps lack of originality could be. I mean, all Marvel movies to a point have that criticism. But this one definitely, in my opinion, had a little bit of a copy-paste plot to that one. What do you think about that, Vess? What do you think about that
everything everything you said, no.
That's fair. I mean,
no. It's kind of like you. I understand where you're coming from, but have you ever seen Army of Darkness? Have you seen Evil Dead? The concept is kind of like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. The concept
is it fair to say that those movies have an original plot? That doesn't mean they're not enjoyable or dope.
Well, it's enjoyable, but it's kind of like that, but it's not that. All right.
Yeah.
Just because the director Sam Raimi did all that, right? All right. The movie could have been much better if it would have been rated R. It would have been superb. It would have been.
I want to talk about that. Actually, I want to put that in the notes because you're right. This movie takes. Oh, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
Right. So, like I said, if it was rated R and so on and so forth, this movie would have been god tier, would have been jump scares, more than jump scares and everything, blah, 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 blah.
They could have went dummy on that. They definitely could have went dummy on that. You can tell the tone of it could have easily went there with a couple of changes in a couple of scenes, straight up.
Right. So, so they put it in PG-13. Well, hey, Disney issues, blah, blah, blah. All right. It is what it is. Okay. So.
For the kids. For the kids.
Right. For the kids. Right. Also, remember, Spider-Man fucked up the multiverse because of, he basically with math, he pretty much destroyed the dimensions. All right. And Dr.Strange got to fix things up. Right. So there you have it. That's another thing. Now, when it comes to who else? Who were we talking about? American Chavez. American Chavez, yes, they had to introduce this character due to the fact that yes, we do need someone. We do need a character that was pretty much introduced in 2021, right? And we need a portalist. We need a being who portals through dimensions. Pretty much in every other movies or something, right? Perfect. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, to give someone this power definitely opens Marvel up to tell a lot of different stories, to retcon stuff. So it definitely, I don't say it's lazy because it's clever, right? But it does give them the ability to tell stories that aren't necessarily canon, or they're canon but other universe canon, right? And give them the ability to like bring characters back that maybe died, or stories we want to see again, right? So it opens the door for all of that.
So according to the comics, she was really introduced in 2011, right? But she was lost in the multiverse because she does not know how to use her power until 2021, until this movie came out.
Yeah.
Then she kind of realized what to do with it. All right. It took her, goddamn, 20 something years almost. Oh shit. What is it? What?
It took
what,
her having
10 years?
It took her having an MCU appearance to learn her
Pretty
shit,
much.
to learn her shit.
Right. So now, who asked what happened to America Chavez's mom? Hey, they're lost in a multiverse. They're still alive, but lost in a multiverse. So
Yeah, I just want to make this joke because I saw this meme floating around, and I don't know what you think about this, Vest, but what do you think about the first
crossing borders?
What do you think about the first Latina character having powers to jump borders?
Hella legit, bro. She could make money. Anyways.
No, that was a meme floating around. I had to say that was just this cheap humor, but it's definitely funny. It's definitely funny.
And no joke, bro. Okay. I would make money out of it.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of coyote and shit. Stop. Universal coyote. Stop. All right, speaking of multi-dimensional travel, I gotta say it because a lot of this movie, I feel like a lot of this movie's enjoyment is from like the action scenes, the CGI battles, and all of the effects and action, right? So I don't want to take it away because there's some movies that's all they're at, right? And if there's no plot. No, this movie has a good plot, has great scenes, Illuminati, like it gets crazy, right? But this movie's action scenes are definitely top notch. And I love the pacing of this movie as far as keeping it action scene oriented. Like it is not a sleeper movie. It has plot points and it has like lore, but let's be real, this movie is a fucking roller coaster. Like,
right.
like the effects, the battles, the teleports. It is right. I want to talk. One of my favorite scenes. I don't know what you thought about this. One of my favorite scenes is when she first travels with Strange and they go through all of the fucked up dimensions, right? Where shit don't even make sense in half of them, right? One of them looked like fucking the inside of a computer. The other one looked like Splatoon. One of them looked like a cartoon. Like, right? Like, so to me, like this, but the effects, right? Some of these effects were like OD, and I felt like that specific part was like one of the dopest parts in terms of like action and effects and whatever. Like, because it really does give you like a weird feeling like, goddamn, how many universes are there? And how many of them, like, they can't even exist in, really. Like, it's not even like, it's so removed from what we know as universes, right? Because it's just like, what the fuck, right? So I thought that I thought that scene was dope. I thought that scene was dope.
Right.
One of my favorites in the movie, if not my favorite.
Okay, so see, that's just that is just a multiverses that America Chavez goes through.
Yeah, that's
all right. Now, I see Jacob and put Loki and Sylvie fucked up the multiverse by killing he who he names. So that is going to be in the Ant-Man movie because the TVA is located in that dimension. The quantum, what does it call it? The quantum realm.
Yeah.
Right. The quantum realm where fucking Ant-Man's girlfriend's mom was stuck there for years. So that we're gonna know more about that later on. Okay, that's why there's gonna be a season 2 and so on and so forth.
And if they're keeping the one who remains, he who remains, they're talking about Kang, right? If they're if they're keeping him true to comics, then it's he will have seen his own death coming, and Loki plan his plot around it. Like that kind of thing. Like if they do Kang correct, then Kang kind of gonna work with this as opposed to have it stop him. You know what I mean? Like, but that's if they do him right. Like if they do Kang right, then Kang's gonna be like, yeah, you were supposed to kill me.
so another
out of the way.
right
that kind of shit. Like,
so another thing. See, I can tell that Beto's not very familiar with it for any kind of comments. I'm sorry, any kind of like comics or movie related base and so on.
Wait.
If you say, okay, look, Beto, if you are into the movie industry. This is why there's always seasons. There's seasons, there's always a series and so on and so forth. Perfect. Gotcha. All right. You gotta follow one thing or another. All right. If you say it's not good, all right, that means you did not understand the concept of it. All right. If I ask you a question from a previous Doctor Strange movie, right?
That was dope,
will you answer it? Will you answer my question? Right? Like, for example, the book of the Dam. Did you know that it was the Book of the Dam? It was missing in Doctor Strange 1, and it was introduced. See, it was introduced, and they mentioned it. See, stuff like that. You need to know what's going on. You need to know the plot holes.
First
now,
of all,
let me tell.
I gotta address the fact that he said the only cool. So I get if some people didn't like the movie. Hey, I could hold that, right? It's a subjective, right? And I do think that it was a little bit overhyped, like this first weekend. I'll give it that too, right? Mm-hmm. But to say the only cool effects is when she traveled dimensions, that's the cap, bro. Because this movie was a visual, like, spectacular, and off of one scene. Like the whole dream scene, when they put her in that weird kind of mirror ice cage, that shit graphically looked OD as fuck. When they were in the dream sequence and like Dr. Strange, like the red smoke when Professor X was trying to save her, that shit looked dope as fuck. When they're fighting with the notes, the CGI there was dope as fuck. So say what you want to say about the movie, Beto, if you didn't like the plot, and that's on you because I know your ass didn't watch WandaVision, right? So you're already robbing yourself of like half the lore, right? Yeah. But to say that the visuals were not, no, they weren't the same. Doctor Strange 1, you know what they did? No. They did the kaleidoscope effect, right? Yeah. And when I saw that done in No Way Home, I was like, okay, they're copying the visuals from Strange. But this did not copy. This did not copy. Like, that was all new. The ice cage, the note fight, the way the dimensions looked when they first, the very first scene when they're sliding on the pillars and shit, all of that was original and looked dope. Like when she, like even the star before she even jumped dimensions, like that shit looked dope as fuck. The doctor, the Suma, bro, the whips, the fighting the Suma with the magic whips. You know what, Beto, I hard disagree about the visuals, bro. The visual effects were amazing. I disagree about the movie because there's room for you to work with there. But about the visuals, it was bro, really like you are tripping. I'm gonna say that you're straight tripping. I'm gonna say you're straight tripping.
See, Beto wants to put stuff from the past into a new features.
I actually don't feel it was. I feel the effects were original because I know what he's saying. Because we see the magic, you see it once, see it again, but they didn't copy paste the magic like when they did with No Way Home. Like No Way Home, they did the kaleidoscope effect again, right? Where the city's collapsing on itself, looks like a kaleidoscope, right? Like okay, I've seen this. It's not as crazy the second time, but this one had all original shit.
Right, and you know what's awesome? The beginning of the movie. Yeah, seeing Supreme Strange, bro, with that costume.
Yeah, that should look hard. That should look hard.
Let's go.
That should look hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna front. Like that should low key be his new like main shit. Like that should look hard. You're right. That costume went hard. Even the look of his fucking hair, everything, it went hard. That shit definitely went mad hard.
Oh man, somebody time out Beto, man. That was bringing that.
This is the laugh safe space. This is the laugh safe space. Your wrong opinions are welcome,
bro. More like his idiotic stupidity.
Your wrong opinions are welcome. Well, let me even say this. Y'all talk the same and talk the shit about everyone and talk that shit about Justice. Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not going into like past shit, and I never reviewed any DC movie for a reason. This isn't DC Marvel, Monday. Bro. This is Marvel Monday.
This is Marvel, bro. Shit.
Okay, so all right, let's continue on. So what did you think? All right, let's go into it. Spoiler alerts. You know what? Since Steffi mentioned it, I want to mention it because it's not in order now. We're going all over the place. The Karmatage fight. See, Beto, bro? The Karmatage fight. Basically, when they all tried to fortify Chavez in the Karmatage and Wanda, well, not even Wanda at that point. That was fucking Scarlet Witch, full blown. When Scarlet Witch came after him. Like that was like Star Trek-ish, like almost like some war movie type shit, bro. Like it was epic. There's a good word. It was an epic battle, bro. That shit went hard too, dude. And even now she starts reading the minds of fools, and that's how she like breaks the fucking barrier. Like, bro.
Going into reflections, yo.
Yeah, dude. Like this is some super shit. Like this is some queen of the damned shit, right? Some like mega magician shit.
She straight out did the ring shit, bro.
Yup. Was godlike. Yeah. That shit was dope.
That shit was dope. Amazing.
Yeah, would have to start fucking hitting the splashes and just making sure that they're safe. Yeah, that shit was hard, dude. Like, yeah, the cleverness of the battle, right? It wasn't just her, I have a stronger beam than you guys. Like, it's her going into the minds of people, sneaking out of the prison, using reflections. Like, how they wrote Scarlet as being OD villain was kind of OD. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but we're skipping because Steffi mentioned that, and I wanna mention that too. I mean,
yeah.
All right, let me catch up with the chat. All right, you guys are saying
they're mostly Batman versus Superman, so we should continue on.
I'll read it, but I'm not going to humor a whole tangent discussion about some DC shit. Right. Who gives a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes? I agree. Rotten Tomatoes. I'm sure they're not made up of Marvel fans who think these are the really enjoy this kind of content. You can't really judge Marvel movies on the basis of all other movies because it's its own thing. Niche to say the least. It was a great movie. Crazy Eye of Agamotto, Strange v Strange. Yeah, Strange v Strange. Just having Strange v Strange interact was dope. How he acted with himself was dope. Fighting even crazier. Y'all the same people that talked about shit. I'm not. That's what you warned me about, Vess. I don't care if it doesn't follow Marvel lore to the T. Yeah, there's room to be original. It's a movie. Give us something different. As long as you make it cool. Batman vs Superman was tight. Did I see that one? I don't even remember if I saw that one. It wasn't called that, right? It was called Justice or something. Steffi Priz was right. I do like bad movies, though. Hey, a movie doesn't. Rotten Tomatoes can give a movie a shit score, and it could still be a great watch. Yeah, the Carmitage was dope. The movie was okay to view once. No need to rewatch since it fucking sucked. Hey, that's cool with you. Superman vs Batman was mad. DC is kind of below par. Y'all just prisoners of the moment. Can't hate. Nah, we watched it. We let it digest, right? We let it digest. And you haven't even heard what our overall take is in it yet. We know what yours is. If I paid $60 for a ticket, I'm going to be forced to like it. Okay, I like it. Kind of like Iron Man 3. Some people love Iron Man 3.
Dude, Iron Man 3 was legit, though.
It was...
It was legit. Okay, we're that's another day topic.
It's satisfying if you're into Tony Stark's lore. If you're just a regular dude, I want to see a Marvel movie, show me a good one. It wouldn't be the first one I'd recommend. But if you like Iron Man 3, if you're into Iron Man lore, it's a satisfying change of pace from your typical Marvel movies.
Right, because there's a reason why he sacrificed himself.
Yes, because the character development is some of the best in all of the MCU. But am I going to be like, hey, I've never seen a Marvel movie. What should I go see? Iron Man 3. No. Like I recommend that to Iron Man fans, hardcore Marvel comic fans. I don't recommend that to general populace over 90% of the other Marvel movies. But it's good. It's good in its own way. Like I said. All right, here we go. I'm going to go this. So we got to talk about this one because this is the next one. The Illuminati, bro. What do you think about the reveal of the Illuminati in the MCU? So first of all, the reveal, and then because I got to talk about it. Give me your thoughts, Vets, because I like that they did it, but I think it was more hype that the Illuminati's there than how hype the Illuminati is. If that makes any sense, because in the comics, the Illuminati's hype because it's what it is. Like it's these group of dudes who are like keeping the universe from falling apart, right? In this one, they kind of just, it's more hype that they just introduced the Illuminati. They didn't really give you the meat and potatoes of why the Illuminati should be important or should be relevant. What's your take on that, Vess? What's your take on that? You too, Chad. What's your guys' take on that?
Well, my first my first thing is that are we skipping one of the most major plots of the movie, the book of
Darkhold? No. I have it all in here. It's not in order. Like I just really wrote a bunch. I do have notes to talk about the Book of Darkhold though. Straight up.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, Illuminati. Well, obviously there was an empty chair.
Steffi boy, stop. Stop. Go ahead, man.
There was an empty chair, which apparently due to legal situation where we didn't get to see Supreme Iron Man.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the floating rumors.
Right. But hey, shout outs to legal issues. That didn't happen.
Shout outs to Tom Cruise.
Well, yeah.
You guys heard that bullshit? Tom Cruise is supposed to be in the fucking movie.
So we already knew for what, probably for how many years now, that John Krasinski was going to be Reed Richards to begin with.
So I actually had no idea. That one,
oh man,
but I
I
actively stay away from spoiler and shit that's gonna spoil. You know what I mean?
right. So just to let you know, John Krasinski is going to be directing the Fantastic Four. So, and
What?
he
That's real?
yep, yeah. And the good thing is that he's a pretty good director, because A Quiet Place is a fucking amazing movie. Holy shit, dude! He wrote those 2 movies, dude. And directed.
But are the
Real talk?
because
He
a
knows how
Marvel
to
movie takes
direct.
its own. A Marvel movie takes its own specific direction. You can't just be good at directing movies and expect to make a good Marvel movie. That's interesting news. That's interesting news. I did not know that.
I'm pretty excited either way. I mean, we already had.
I'm curious if he got the chops for it. I'll give it the old college try. Shit.
Hey, shit, why not, man? Because I mean, we're gonna see his skills. I mean, because we already seen his fucking horror skills, so might as well, right? Put a little horror into the Marvel scene. That'd be great. But anywho,
Jim Halpert as Reed Richards. Chad, what do you guys think about that? Just in general.
what?
John Krasinski as Reed Richards. Just
Pretty good.
1 to 10.
I
1
like
to
it.
10, how you think that is? 10 out of 10,
like
it's the best guy they could have picked. 1 out of 10, it's pretty much Jamie Foxx as Electro.
But bro, he fucking reclaimed himself.
Second run was better.
He reclaimed that shit. This motherfucker went
not
full
about
on
this
thug.
See, they did do him dirty too. See, I got to talk about that too. Like see, in the comics, the Illuminati is badass because the Illuminati is badass.
Yep.
Right? Like the Illuminati is people that you just cannot fuck with. Like they're literally there to make sure the universe does not collapse on itself. So even the most dire scenarios, they are there to handle, right? So to me, it's like that's what makes the Illuminati badass in the comics. In this one, they mentioned the Illuminati and the crowd went nuts. I don't know how your crowd went, but the crowd, right? They cheer for it, right? But then they don't explain why the Illuminati's so dope. And then furthermore, with how Scarlet wrecks the Illuminati, makes it even less important or even less dope. Like it definitely didn't slap right to me. Like the Illuminati needs to be untouchable, right? It's fucking Illuminati. It's in the name, right? Like,
well, yeah, you gotta understand. Mind you, that's one multiverse.
Still though, like, okay, can I keep it funky? I don't know about your Reed Richards, but my Reed Richards wouldn't go toe to toe with the Scarlet Witch. Like he just back the fuck off and find out what the fuck is happening. But
didn't you hear what he said about him having kids and a wife? See, that's one Reed Richards. Remember, they're variants. See, y'all guys.
No. I get it, but like, what I'm saying is like the Illuminati, the comics Illuminati would not get bodied by Scarlet Witch, and if they did, it would be some crazy drawn out war. It wouldn't be like a skirmish. Oh, she shows up, we're fucked. Like that's not the Illuminati, bro. Like, so there's a part of me that felt like it's cool that they had the Illuminati, but I felt like the Illuminati did not slap at all. Like I felt like the Illuminati should have been more untouchable, should have been more omnipotent. Like I know what you're saying, that there's other Illuminati, I get it, but like I don't know, bro. To me, like you would never see a comic Illuminati and then the second issue they're getting bodied. Like by one person in the first battle. Like that's not my Illuminati, bro. Like that's not my Illuminati, bro. Like
now don't forget that we have Mordo. All right, Mordo. Yeah,
you betray Strange a little bit there. Yeah.
No, of course.
Drink the coffee, drink the juice.
Okay, but here's the thing. Remember what Strange said, that hey, there's Mordo. He, every universe he's been trying to fucking kill me and so on and so forth. Right?
Enemy, arch enemy.
Yeah. So remember, deleted scenes. We'll get to see what led to that. Remember at the end credits of the first Doctor Strange, took out Benjamin's sorcerer power, made him fucking gimp again. So he said too many sorcerers in this universe. So what do you got to do? Gotta, he's fucking hunting him down. Right, mind you, this is the opening of all multiverse.
If they showed you Superman and then he gets his ass whooped and then they say, well, there's other Supermans in other universes, you'd still feel ripped off if you were a Superman fan. And like I'm a fan of the Illuminati story, and I felt a little ripped off. That's what it is. Like, it's, even if they can explain their way out of it and all of this, to me, it's like you gave me a watered down, half-ass Illuminati. You gave me just the naughty, Look
what XC said. All right.
Let me catch up with the whole chat. Because you guys definitely been. Hold on, I'm gonna go down. Okay. It says John Krasinski is a great Reed Richards. Well, I have yet to see, because it was too little to judge. I'm not gonna say good or bad. His look is cool, but we'll see whether or not he nails the role. Was Reed Richards the dude from Lincoln Park? No, it was Jim Halpert. Illuminati was sick to see, even if it was a multiverse version of them. Yes, Jaco, this was definitely a multiverse version of the Illuminati, and I feel it wasn't delivered as well as it could have been compared to how, I mean, they made an entire arc off the Illuminati, right? So I felt like unless they redeem it later, but still I felt like it kind of looks weak right now, and it's not supposed to be weak. Recap Monday, what did I miss? I like that. You're right on time. We're talking about Dr.Strange. Spoiler alert. Strange 2 is better. 1, Exy says they shouldn't have called it the Illuminati. Yeah, that's exactly. See, I was gonna say that. I even thought this too.
They're variants, but it's okay.
No, but I said, when I was talking to my wife about this when we watched it, I said, hey, they didn't explain the Illuminati, because if they did explain the Illuminati thoroughly, any person in the audience would have been like, why the fuck is Captain Carter there then? Like, why is there a brute on like what's supposed to be a team of the biggest minds of all time? Like, and to me, it's like, that's why they didn't explain the Illuminati in depth, because it would have been a major plot hole, or at least a major mishap of like people on the chair on the board that shouldn't have been on the board. You know what I mean? Like on the chairs, right? So I remember saying that specifically to my wife when I was talking about it. I was like, hey, they didn't really talk about the Illuminati, and I think they didn't talk about it in depth, because if they did, it would have been like, well, why the fuck are these people on it? Shouldn't it be like some other people instead of like a chick with a shield? Like, shouldn't it be like anyone else that has some kind of mental power or some kind of bigger intellect, Yeah, so I did think that too, right? Where I thought like, hey, like I said, it wasn't my Illuminati. It wasn't my Illuminati. All right, I just want to say that because I thought the exact same shit. Wow, Jaco. I like you more than the first one. What movie was better, 1 or 2? We'll talk about that. Was it Captain Britain? It was Captain Carter. The horror element, I have notes on that. 7 out of 10 material range. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was better in the comics. Captain America was in the Illuminati a few times in the 616 comics before. Hey, I put you know what I mean? 0 out of 10. Dude got destroyed. I like that. Bad cast, 2 out of 10. Put a little horror into the MCU. John Krasinski is a great Reed Richards. We'll have yet to see. Only did it for a shock reveal since people like him, just in my opinion. Oh man, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm thinking you're talking about John Krasinski. He looks the part. The Illuminati fucking died. They fucking suck. Yeah, I did not like that at all. Lol, Captain with a jetpack. Give it to MCI. Give it to him. He needs it. That sounds like Marvel Infinite talk. He needs it. I thought Captain Marvel was supposed to be legit. She got destroyed. Given no captain's gonna stand a chance solo versus the fucking Scarlet Witch. She can bend reality, bro. I have no stake in it. I'm just calling it like I see it. Air Dash. All the Illuminati members are variants. They can bring them back. Yes, but you're tarnishing what the Illuminati's supposed to be by making it just whack or weak.
Because that's not the real Illuminati.
That's still though. Like it's like if I went to see Superman and I watch his ass get beat, and then someone tells me in the movie, well, that's the variant Superman, I'd still feel ripped off, kind of like I felt ripped off by this Illuminati or by this non-Illuminati. Apparently,
you can't jump the gun yet.
I mean, if they bring it back and they're like, yeah, we decided to get Captain Carter because we decided to make the Illuminati actual Illuminati, but I doubt they're going to redeem it that big.
FYI, just remember, what if?
Oh yeah, the Kang thing. Yeah, I think they're gonna go. Yeah. No, I mean that's not what if, but like, I think they're gonna touch.
also gotta understand that the drones were calling out Ultron.
Just saying, bro. If
you didn't pay attention at that part,
just because I know the story doesn't mean that it wasn't delivered weak. I know that the story is. I know that there's probably survival of Illuminati, but how they portrayed the Illuminati in this film was lackluster as fuck. Does that mean I fully understand that there's multi-universes and that's not the real Illuminati? It's not about people not knowing the lore. It's about how they decided to portray it the initial time they portrayed it, and it fell short specifically when you compare how they portrayed it to the comics. And I think that's legitimate criticism, especially if you saw how dope they portrayed it in the comics.
You know what you should do, bro? Just give them another $30 million so they can put that shit in there, all right?
all I know is the real Illuminati got stumped by... why Vest talking about what can happen? Yeah, instead of what can happen instead of what happened in the movie. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, gee, Vest don't know what he's talking about. No, he's just a fanboy. I mean, he's basically... I know what he's saying, right? But that doesn't take away the dissatisfaction of the delivery, you know?
Yeah. And again, Beto's a complete fucking tool. I don't know why.
Well, Beto's takes on this are very harsh, but
because
some of it I get. I will say this before. I mean, this isn't the final thing. I will say the movie was overhyped. Right? It's not. People saying 10. Dude, I saw someone say it was better than No Way Home. Like, I was like, even before I saw it, I already knew that was cap. Before I even saw the movie, I was like, okay, people are getting way too FOMO here. Way too, I just saw it and no one saw it, so I'm going to say it's the best shit ever so I could feel like I did the dopest shit and you didn't. Like, there was definitely some of that out there, right? 2 weekends later, it's a little bit, it's not No Way Home, bro. Not even close. It's not even close, because No Way Home was nearly perfect. Nearly perfect, right? So it's not nearly perfect by any means, right? You can't talk about the Illuminati and all this shit and have they missed this boat and then it's like, oh, it's perfect. Final grade, I'll talk about it. We'll drop it at the end. 7 out of 10 is fair. It was fun to watch, but whack in general. 8 out of 10, Azura says, expected it to be terrible. Interesting. Beto says, I'll give it 7 out of 5 because the popcorn was bomb and the Coke was bubbly. Dog, I saw in 40 theater, 11 out of 10. Mexican Marvel Mondays, but y'all dumb as fucks giving it 9 and 9. Jaco straight up fangirls. You didn't see Wanda though, bro. Like, you can't even really give it a fair score. Like, that's too high, but what you're at's too low. You know what I mean? That's valid. Popcorn can make or break the experience. You guys are getting dumb, Charlie. Now, I got receipts to you lose. Okay, stop. Overhyped. It was definitely overhyped, but overhyped does not mean bad. Someone could say it's a 10 and it's a 9, and I could still say it was overhyped and it'd be a 9. They both can exist. Both of those statements could be true. You know what I mean?
Well, before I
No Way Home, overhead, Spider-Verse, overhyped. I'm assuming you meant overhyped.
No Way Home
was good, bro.
No Way Home,
good, bro.
Literally, that shit was a fucking solid 10, bro. That's literally a fucking solid 10, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
or 9.
I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
Oh well. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'll get a 9 there. I'm not gonna go for.
Spider-Verse was dope. Spider-Verse was dope.
Spider-Verse was legit,
kind of up there too. At least a 9, right? It might be better, right?
Bro, if Spider-Verse got a fucking Academy Award for those graphics, bro, come on now. That's a solid 10 right there.
All right, I'm going to say this because it's not about that, but I'm just going to put this as a baseline. How Spider-Verse made all of those characters not only work, but click. Mm-hmm. Like, when you put that many characters and that much movie in a plot and have none of it be filler, furthermore, all of it slap. It doesn't feel convoluted. It doesn't feel like no one got robbed. It doesn't feel like the DC movie where they stuck too many characters. They vibe off each other. The plot kicks in. The action is perfectly paced. I urge you to reevaluate how really they made the impossible not only possible but fucking dope. That's my claim to fame for No Way Home, is that movie should have been a clusterfuck, but it's a miracle, and it's a miracle that it worked, and even more miraculously that it worked well. It didn't just get by. It it worked. It worked. All of the characters' interactions, all of their parts in the movie, it fucking worked. And you would think with that many characters, that it would just, they almost like Civil War II, right? Where they barely get screen time and some guys got to get shortchanged. Some guys are only going to get a couple scenes, right? War Machine fans are going to get asked out, right? Shit like this, right? You could be a fan of any person in that Spider-Man movie and you weren't asked out. All right, next topic though. That's my main defense of like why I think it's a great film. What takes it from good to great is that just mastering that. It's amazing, right? All right. Next topic. Next talk topic. All right, Black Bolt. What you think about Black Bolt? We're talking about Captain Carter. She got wrecked, but she should get wrecked. It's fucking Scarlet Witch.
Everybody got wrecked. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, the Book of Darkhold.
The Book of the Damned.
The Book of Dark. Yeah, well, I don't think call it that one, but the Book of Darkhold. So first of all, the Book of Darkhold is real Marvel lore, and it's been around for fucking years. This is not some shit they made up for the MCU. So I always love when they dip from original lore and bring it to the comics, right? Because it's that fan service, right? And then it's that great writing, right? So the Book of Darkhold is a very real fucking thing, and it's been in the Marvel Universe for like, since I could remember, since I was a fucking child. So I love it when they bring shit back like that. And I love how they kept true to the lore of the book itself being cursed, right? Where if you use it, you are a victim to it. Like you are victim to it, right? And they kept all that, how they did it and how it consumed Wanda, I thought was all done well. I thought it was all done well. Like I said, I'm glad they brought that in. What do you think? What do you think about that, Vess?
Steffi Boy said that it's just a copy. Correct.
It's true. But I'm more that they brought it into the universe. They brought the Book of Darkhold into Doctor Strange's fucking MCU. That's fucking sick.
That the funny thing is that guess who consumed the Darkhold? Who consumed the Darkhold
in the movie?
In the series.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Let's go back all the way from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Damn.
The Darkhold. Yep. Ghost Rider.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ghost Rider. Yep. The Darkhold was introduced on season 3. And that was with Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. Yes.
I did not know
that. Yes, sir. That's how the Darkhold was introduced. See, you guys. Yep.
I mean, I knew about it from fucking. There was an old card game I used to play called Overpower, and I remember one of the cards was the Book of Darkhold. That's when I learned about it back in the fucking 90s. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I said, I'm glad they did it. First of all, I'm glad that they used that to explain why the Scarlet Witch went evil, right? And then I also like that they just brought that fucking lore back into the MCU. Like I love it when they do that. They everyone always complains about how that's not from the comics, but I love it when they nail it. Something that is in the comics, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if they try to see, they had to introduce the Darkhold, right? So they introduced it in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Obviously, that's the reason why Agent Coulson is alive, because he did have a little bit of the Darkhold in him, you know, because that guy got stabbed, fool was dead, right? So found a way to use the Darkhold for him to get back, bring him back to life. But going into season number 3, that's when the introduction of Robbie Reyes, which is the Ghost Rider, came into the mix, all the way to the woman who was the first person, actually the first robot who read the Darkhold and understood the whole thing and deciphered the whole thing. Yep.
This is all in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
Damn,
you gotta watch all that.
Plots, bro. I remember when it came out and I skipped it, but nobody was saying like, "Damn, you gotta see this, bro." Like that sounds crazy.
It's one of the most amazing fucking seasons I've ever. I was hooked. I was hooked until until
it tapers off.
Yeah, that was it. After the Darkhold whole shit came to an end.
The plots kind of get whacked. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, then.
So obviously,
thanks for the warning.
Yeah. Well,
that's dope.
Sorry.
No, it's dope. That's dope. Hey, dude. If the chat didn't see it, you guys are learning too, where you can get more of the fucking lore and shit. All right. This is one, and I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. Zombie Nation, Zombie Strange.
Oh, that shit's been in comics, bro.
What do you think about? But this is the first time in the film, right? We see Zombie Strange. What do y'all think, chat? What did y'all think about? First of all, what did you guys take on Marvel Zombies? Because I'm not a fan, bro. I'm just gonna say it outright. But I'm not gonna take how me not liking it or it not being my favorite. Maybe crowds love it, right? And it's just like you know, like. But to me, I feel like when Marvel Zombies was in the comics, that's when the zombie thing was like relevant. Right, this is when what is this with Negan and them? These fucking shows, Left 4 Dead, not Left 4 Dead. You know what I'm talking about? The Walking Dead and all that, right? So there was a time when zombies was like the shit, right? And then with trends, like something comes out, people like it, it's the shit, and then it gets saturated, and then you gotta let it go away for a while before you bring it back. And I feel like that anything zombies right now, it's a little too soon. For it to not seem saturated or to seem like a repeat, right? So that's my opinion on it. There are some people who love zombie shit, anything zombies, right? I'm not that one, right? So for me, I liked Zombie Strange in this movie because it's accentuated Dr. Strange's sorcery powers. Like he is going into the dark arts now, right? He's using his own dead body or a version of him that's dead to cast magic. That is some Sorcerer Supreme type shit, right? Some necromancy, like only the best sorcerers will fuck with this because of how dangerous it is. So I do love that and how they included that to make Doctor Strange even more legit and more of how he should be as how he is in the comics. Like the dopest sorcerer in the MCU kind of shit, right? I'm hoping this is the end of zombies for the MCU, though. I'm hoping this is all we get. But I don't think so. But that's my opinion on Zombie Strange. I loved it, but I don't want any more of it. I loved it because of what it accentuates his character to the T. He's fucking with the dead to cast spells. That's so Doctor Strange. But I'm kind of over the zombie craze to the fact where I feel like it's kind of cringe now. That's my opinion, and I understand that's not everyone's opinion. What's your take on it, Vess?
It may happen. The next Doctor Strange, we may see more zombie kind of like demons type of situations because we don't know who's the next villain. Could be Dormammu or it could be Nightmare.
Yeah.
So,
and they did go into this the Morbius, right? Like they said, Morbius that kind of opens that realm up a little bit of the undead or whatever.
Yeah,
it might not be zombies like vampires, but the undead, right? But yeah, yeah. When I saw the Marvel zombie on the What If, even then I was like, oh man, I didn't realize how much I'm over zombies now that I'm watching this. And then
you're old.
Well, it's not that I'm old. You know what I'm saying though. Like did we not get enough zombies in this last decade? Like think about the last 10 years. Like we were kind of bombarded with it. We were kind of overdone with it, right? And Marvel did do zombies in the comics in a very timely manner, but they're kind of missing the boat trying to do it now in the MCU. Like I said, that's my opinion. Some people are like, "Oh my god, I can't wait till the zombies hit the silver screen." And I get you, I feel you. That's just not me. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna judge like, "Oh, that's a good thing or bad thing about the movie." I thought it was great about the movie, in fact, because of how it, like I said, how it displayed Strange's lore. Like he's that sorcerer, right? There's no limits. He's gonna bring the dead back and everything, you know. All right, interesting. What do y'all think about the zombies? Let me catch up with the chat. All right, text to talk. Yeah, fuck text. I knew what you were saying though. It's just a copy. Robbie Reyes for NBC4. Anyone for NBC4, I'd be happy. I never got the chance to check out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Neither did I. Zombie Marvels is dope. The comics is dope. The episode, like I said, it made me realize I'm over it. I might watch Morbius soon. It's only streaming. It's on the streaming website already. Is it really, Steffi? I heard it got like bad reviews and like bad numbers. If it's already streaming, that's insane. I didn't watch Morbius. I didn't either. What are your favorite Marvel movies? In order. Oh, Jacob's just answering. They're making Marvel Zombies TV series on Disney Plus. I'm probably gonna miss that. All right, enough with the Marvel movies. Yeah, they definitely gotta take it different. Yeah, Marvel movies live action is corny. as fuck for a full movie. It needs to just be like this movie. Yeah, that's the way I think too. Like it's just like I said, it fits Strange's plot, so it gets a pass, right? But as far as it doing more, it's going to be cringy to me at least. Yeah. All right. What did you think about the ending, Vest, or how they resolved the plot? Basically, Doctor Strange convincing Chavez, you had it in you the whole time. This kind of, what do you think about that ending? Damn,
It's fine. It was okay. I mean,
yeah, when I word it like that, it doesn't sound too cool, does it?
I mean, there's not much you can do.
It's the you had a magic feather. You have a magic feather, Dumbo. You could fly the whole time. Like it's,
bro. You know, just get that feather and just start flapping your fucking ears. There you go. You know.
So I like Chavez as a character. I like how she's
good.
Yeah. I like who they played her. I mean, she didn't have a lot of roles to really see if she's like, oh, the best actress, whatever. But I also felt her plot. She was more of a plot device than a main character, right? Her teleportation and her power, kind of like you remember in the X-Men when the Leech kid who could take the powers, right? Where he was more of a plot device than like a character in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it was the same for her. She was more of a plot device than a character. But what little she had, she did well, right? But I did feel like the ending was a little cheesy, a little Disney-ish, a little magic feather-ish, right? I mean, it's cool,
It's Disney,
right?
bro.
Yeah, it is Disney, right? I mean, at least it wasn't a dance-off at the end. Good God, that still makes me mad. That alone is why I kind of don't like Guardians. Like, that's one of the main reasons, like, it's too Disney for me. That's too Disney for me. But, yeah, I felt like they kind of, a little lackluster of a solution, right? Where you just got to realize you can do it, right? I did like how they played it out, where Wanda runs into Wanda with the kids, and she realizes that she's not a monster. Oh shit, I am the fucking monster, right? That was dope. But as far as her, Chavez, just realizing she could control it or has to control it, a little cheap, right? But like I said, how they did it with Wanda, that was deep. That was dope. And it was very, I feel like it was a very good arc for Wanda, for the Scarlet Witch, right? Where she realizes what the fuck it is. So that was dope. Chavez, I'm not too impressed with as far as how they wrapped it up. You know what I mean? All right, let me see what the
Yes, sir.
All right, DJ Vest lives in Morbius. Probably claims that people don't like it, never read the comics. Beto, you can't. If you didn't, though, you know? If you didn't, you didn't. Like, first of all, everybody who missed WandaVision, like, that's on. First of all, you should have just you should have watched it before Strange came out, because it's worth the watch. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say it's baller, it's great, it's worth the watch. It's worth the price of entry as far as your time and the Disney Plus, right? As a companion to the Doctor Strange movie, it's critical. It's critical if you're going to get the full value of this movie. America plot, Bez. Yeah. Okay, I want to say this too. What if they made this one rated R? Because Oz mentioned this earlier, and I wanted to make this. This was the closest movie that came. I didn't see Morbius, but I heard it was whack. This movie had little horror elements to it. What do you think about that?
Right,
Jess?
bro. Morbius was. Well, we got to know the story about the Doctor himself, right? So they didn't put much effort into it.
Well, I definitely don't want to talk about Morbius.
Right. Then again, you got to understand that it was Sony based. So
yeah. No, but what do you think about the idea that this movie, the Multiverse, was like the most closest to horror movie? It's not a horror movie, obviously, but
like I said before,
some of the themes, like beheadings and like there's some things in here that are not in any other Marvel movie.
Like I said before, I mean, I know Wicked X May's trying to take my fucking words, but I said it before he did. I said Sam Raimi. If Sam Raimi had rated R, This shit would have been a god tier fucking horror movie.
It could have been.
It
I
could
wonder what's
have
on the
been.
cutting room floor, bro. I wonder what's on the cutting room floor. Like if there's more graphic depictions of some of these deaths. I bet you there's a crazier angle of Captain Carter. I bet you there is. In before that shit's on the DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever. In before some director shit comes out for this one specifically.
Oh my god, Steffi, all X-Men movies are good. Oh my god, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Some are better than others. I'll just put it like that. Some are better than others.
Some are
better than others. I'll put it like that.
Okay. Let's just go back really quick, man. Let's talk about the Doctor really quick. We're not talking about Doctor Strange, but let's talk about Rachel McAdams.
Man, I ain't trying to talk about no Morbius.
What the fuck? No, we're talking about Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, the wife Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was really good to his plot. Really good to his plot.
She was really, really, really good.
Yeah. And man, they did that so good. The whole him knowing her, not knowing her, or her knowing him, not knowing him, right? Was really good. And how they cared, but like, I don't say didn't care, but they cared, but with like reservation, right? It was really good. And the scenes were definitely very believable, right? The emotional scenes, the tension scenes with them. Now, I do think, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Vest, because she was definitely a critical part of what made this movie good. She was a significant piece of the puzzle of what made the story good and the interactions good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that definitely was it. You know who really didn't add shit to it though? Charlize Theron.
Well, obviously, because she's a cameo. She's a cameo for the next fucking installment, the next movie, bro. She's Clea. Obviously, we're gonna see either Dormammu or we might see Nightmare. So what is the first thing she did? She fucking slashed the current universe that Doctor Strange is at. She slashed open and go into the fucking dark dimension.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Yo, and Clea is Dormammu's cousin.
Big family, no cousins.
Oh yeah,
for real, they're like cousins.
Bro, cousins. It sounds like Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah,
you know.
That's wild. That's wild. So I'll put it like this: I am not a Doctor Strange fan per se, right? So this post credits teaser literally did zero for me. It was one of the ones where I felt like, okay, they just have to show you something, and it didn't build me any hype. It didn't make me any more interested. But like I said, I had no idea who it was. I still don't know who it is. And I didn't know Dormammu's cousin. And I don't know, maybe is there anybody who looked at that post credits and was like, "Oh shit, fuck, it's on"?
I was hyped.
Or was everyone just like, "Oh, okay"? Because I was just kind of like, "Oh, okay." Well, I guess everyone expects something, so that's exactly what they gave us, something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, dude, I was pretty hyped because when first Clea came out, dude. Obviously, she's from 616. Not only that, we might see a little bit of Strange Tales. You know, back in the comic days. You know, we might see a little bit of that. You know, and it, obviously Dormammu is we're actually gonna see the true form of Dormammu.
Bro, I love how they did Dormammu.
Yeah, we actually may see his full form body with his flame on his head and shit like that on this new.
Like a different form. Mm-hmm. That'd be sick.
Yeah,
look like Pumpkinhead Dormammu. Yep. You never know.
So like I said, I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah,
I was pretty excited. I like the last
oh my God.
post credit, dude.
So did I,
bro.
Dude. Trolling the audience.
Here. Trolling the audience, bro. Bruce Campbell with his fucking Evil Dead catchphrase, bro. Yeah. That shit was god tier, bro. Reason why he did it because, you know, Sam Raimi. Yeah. Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell did Evil Dead.
This is why I say, if you're gonna troll the audience, do it right.
They did it perfectly.
And they did it right. If you're gonna troll, if you're gonna have the nerve to like have us sit through the credits to troll us, do it right,
Yeah.
and I feel like they did it right.
And
I feel like they did it right. Damn, Cook the Dawn, this is the worst MCU movie I've seen. Clearly,
you gotta understand.
Clearly, you haven't seen Morbius.
Oh yeah, God. I mean, or Dark Phoenix.
Clearly, you haven't seen Wolverine. No, I don't know.
Oof, that's another one. Yeah,
That's a jump the shark. That's a jump the shark film for sure.
yeah. But like I said, dude. I mean, you gotta understand. You gotta understand. There are a couple people who are into the comics, you know, and know the history and the lore. Remember, we are in Gen Z era. I think past Gen Z.
No, I get. That's why I was asking if anyone in the chat was like, "Oh shit!" Like I totally got that, and I totally hyped me up. Where for me, it was just more of like, okay, obviously you're just letting us know there's another movie. You didn't give me anything to be excited about, anything to go off of, just that you're making another movie, which I already knew, right? So,
right.
But I get it. Some people, Doctor Strange, if they're deep in the lore, maybe that hyped them up, you know?
Right. The next Marvel movie is going to be Thor: Love and Thunder. So, you know, you guys got to be ready.
Okay. If they're bringing What If into little bits and pieces into the MCU, is Love and Thunder gonna have Party Boy Thor on Earth?
Yes.
Was it really? I was joking.
Well, he went with the Guardians of the Galaxy, so he had to remember. He finished his war against Thanos, so he needs to know who he is, and he needs to figure out what's going on. You know, what's his purpose now, right?
Yeah.
So we already know that Zeus is going to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Hercules. Yep, Hercules is going to make an appearance. So if you guys know your Greek mythology, you know, so you guys got to be ready for the Greek mythology situation. So
I mean, they got a lot of stories to dip from. They got a lot of characters to dip from. But these characters are in the Marvel lore too, right? They are in the Marvel lore too. You know what I mean? So in the comics, so it makes sense that they bring them all out. You know.
Yep.
All right, let's get some thoughts. All right, everyone in the chat, everyone but Beto. Nah, Beto too. But real number. If you say 0 out of 10, bro, then you're not answering what I'm asking. 0, real 7. Real 1 through 10, guys, in the chat. No explanation. No, but if that, what this? Put a number right now, 1 through 10, and you can use 0.5s if you like. What do you think of the movie? Final verdicts. No explanations. No talking. No. Well, it would have been if it. No. What's your final verdict? We all saw it. Final verdicts. Cook the Don says 7 out of 10. DJ Vest says 8.25. That's your asshole.
What?
Because I said you could use 0.5. Now you got fools using 0.7s and shit. 8.25 out of 10. That's fair. Because I kind of get what you're saying, bro. I kind of get it. 9 out of 10, 6.7 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Okay, all right. I give this one an 8.5.
Okay, fair.
But I'm going to be the only one because this is the Marvel Monday podcast. Breaking my own rules. If you saw WandaVision, I do think it goes up half a point, at least.
Okay, here. So there you go. For me, then.
See, if you saw WandaVision,
there you go.
Yeah,
perfect.
If you saw one, so it's either 8.5. But if you saw Wanda, a 9, or
9.
Maybe it's an 8. And if you saw Wanda, 8.5. But that's kind of where it is. That's kind of where it is there. So I say between 8.5 and 9 is kind of where maybe 8.7. You might be right, Vess. It might be 8.75. Actually, you might literally have it correct.
You got to understand. You got What If as well. Couple episodes.
Yeah.
There you go. That answers the questions.
So that is it the best Marvel movie that ever came out? Fuck no. Not Spider-Man. No. Is it better than Way Home? Fuck no. That's too much hype juice. Even the people who said that, I challenge them to say that now that the buzz kind of wore off, right? Of them just seeing it, right? But I do think it is worth the price of entry. And I don't mean like barely. I mean, if you didn't see it, go see it. Like, stop asking, oh, it was... No, if you have even the slightest interest in these kind of movies, these Marvel fucking adventures, go see it. It's worth the admission. It's a wild ride. The action is dope. The story is that's executed well, right? Like I said, I do feel like it was a little bit of a copy paste plot, but it doesn't mean it's not fun and it wasn't executed well. I do feel like the ending was a little Disney-ish, but they do it all well. When they have Wanda see herself, it's very dramatic, it's very satisfying, it pays off, you know what I mean? The Illuminati, it's dope that they mentioned it. I feel it was a little underdeveloped. I feel like some of those characters dying instantly was a little off base, but all in all, it was a dope action flick. One of the best, like, that type of movies. Like, I feel like Civil War 2, like, if you liked Civil War 2, or is Civil War's Avengers 2, right? I'm fucking it up. But, you know, those kind of, like, mile a movie minutes, right? Where it's just action, action, action. This is one of those ones, right? And not to say that the plot's whack or that it gets weak when it's not action. Not the case. But this is definitely one of the more action-oriented movies, and it delivers in a good way if you're into that. And it's, like I said, if you liked WandaVision, if you watched WandaVision and liked it, you will love this. You will love this, right? That's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of where I'm at. I say, like, I think 8.75 might be right, but I was going to restricting to 8.5, but I kind of don't want to give it the full 9.
Well,
right?
Like I said, if you watch the series with it, I give it 9.35.
It does improve. This movie does it. Yeah, I mean, to put a parrot on that, this movie is significantly better if you have enjoyed the prerequisite lore in What If, and especially in WandaVision. What If, What If 2 because of the Dr.Strange. Yeah, in both of those. If you watch the Doctor Strange specific What Ifs and WandaVision, you will definitely enjoy this movie more because you will have a better relation and grasp of the characters. You know what I mean? So there it is. We spoiled it all. We got through it. Jim Halpert is Reed Richards. And I want one scene where he just looks at the camera, like when someone makes a dumb joke and he just like stares at that camera with the dumb look. They gotta do one Reed Richards where he does that, right?
Not the dude from Linkin Park, bro.
It's not the dude from Linkin Park.
He's talking about Mike Shinoda.
Yeah. And what time does the Linkin Park concert start?
Really quick, I do want to get back.
It starts at 1. That's the dumbest joke you'll ever hear. It's the dumbest joke you'll ever hear.
All right, I'm out of here, bro. I was gonna add a couple things real quick, but anywho, all right. I just want to mention one thing, that when America Chavez exposed the fuck out of Scarlet Witch to her children,
broker.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Now that's what I call yo ass fucked up.
Yep. I mean, like I said, like I thought it was lame that she just had to find it within her, but like I said, how they executed the only way to beat Wanda is not to overpower her, right? You can't just overpower her. She's the fucking Scarlet Witch. She's going to change reality on your ass, right? But to make her vulnerable to the thing that she's most vulnerable to, right? So, yeah, I agree. How they defeated her was clever.
Yeah. Now, also the book of Vishanti. Obviously, they've talked about it, that they've hidden in so secretly and
that's just floating there, right? When they're trying to get to that, yeah.
That is awesome too.
Yeah,
I definitely enjoyed that part as well. So
yeah, that whole scene where they're in those alternate realities, or like that first scene, that reality was kind of sick. Yeah, was dope. If you haven't seen it by now and you don't mind seeing it after getting it fully spoiled, I do recommend going to seeing it. It's a high recommend.
If I guess the Steffi boy, the spell of Ashanti,
the spell, the spell of Ja Rule.
What's that? Got to do it.
It just opens it. Murder.
Oh shit! You know what, Steffi? I'll give you that one, brother. That was good. I like it.
That's legit.
Bro, we need a fucking meme. We need a meme. Just put my voice in there. Murder, got to do it.
Ja Rule. The spell of Ja Rule, dog. All right, guys. All right, My face hurts. I'm laughing on that one. All right. If there is nothing else, Vess, I don't know if you want to stick around. I'm going to do the promos for upcoming Marvel events. But if there's any last things any of y'all want to say about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, now's the fucking time. now's the time. But I think we said it all, Vess, as far as you and I. Unless you got any closing stuff, Vess, about it.
Yes. Wong did perfectly well.
Yep.
No,
great role.
Not enough words for him because he is the fucking Sorcerer Supreme.
I love him in that role. He carries it so well. He carries it with a dignity that Doctor Strange doesn't, which makes it dope. That's it.
That is the perfect.
The Shuma fight was sick. I don't know if I said that or if you guys came in light. The Gargantos fight was OD. It was like the Doctor Octopus fight of the movie. It's just the visual spectacular. That's just badass every fucking moment of the way, you know.
Yeah.
Beto, when you're the odd one out, I urge you to think about it.
Right, mind you,
we're all entitled to our opinions, and to give Beto some understanding, it's a Marvel movie. It's not Shakespeare, right? So Marvel movies are always on a threshold of like niche, and people in the Marvel Monday chat are definitely fucking fanboys, right? And we're gonna fucking love it probably more than your average dude, right? So I'm not gonna pretend it was fucking Shakespeare, but for what it was entertaining AF and well worth the time and money to go see it.
Bro, Beto will give an Academy Award to Jack and Jill from Adam Sandler.
Yo, yeah, that's the next battle round. Beto versus the NBCI community movie takes. Yo,
bro, he'll lose.
Yo, speaking of Beto versus NBCI, we're parlaying. All right, we're closing the books on this. All right,
cool.
All right, thank you guys for joining us. I am gonna go over the upcoming events. We definitely had a blast talking about Doctor Strange and all that good stuff, but you know what else is gonna be a blast? This fucking Friday, it is going down at the Battle Realm Exhibition Series. 1st to 10 action. Jaco lines them up perfectly. We got 3 1st to 10s. And I don't want to say anything for sure, but I think it's going to be me versus Beto as the grand finale. And we got Beto in the chat right now. He can confirm or duck. Beto's salting my ass up in a 10-2. He did me like fucking, I don't even know. That's a terrible score. But I know his ass was drunk because he was playing Froggy. But I've already done this. I officially challenged Beto to a 1st to 10 at the Battle Realm. Whatever you're doing this Friday, Beto, stop doing it. Cancel it. OG versus Beto, 1st to 10. I'm telling you, it's going down. It's going down. The rest is to be announced. Jaco, if Jaco knows, not even about Vest, bro. That's irrelevant. This is about me losing to you 10-2, knowing not only can I do better than that, I could win that shit. I'm gonna study the tapes better. You don't know what it is to fight OG until you reviewed the tapes, OG. Reviewed the tapes, OG is a whole different beast. All right. Whether that's going down or not, I'm gonna be there.
Beto ducked. Beto already ducked.
I'm gonna be there. Whether Beto's there or not, I'm gonna be there. I did not like our score. This has nothing to do with it. I know Vest, you're salting them up, you're making them not want to do it. This has nothing to do with Vest.
Bro.
Bro, I gotta do that. Bro, this has to do with me not satisfied with that score on the 1st to 10. That's what this is about. It's about Marvel pride. Why did my head get so big right there?
Damn. Hey, bro, get out of the screen, bro. What are you, Scarlet Witch, bro? What the fuck?
Are you the Scarlet Witch? All right. Well, hopefully OG versus Beto goes down. Either way, there's going to be 3 1st to 10s, and my ass going to be waiting. Whether it goes down or not. But you guys know what it is, the Battle Round. This going down this Friday.
wait a minute. Who's fighting, though? I mean, I don't see who's fighting.
I don't know if Jaco has the agenda yet. If he does, he usually starts posting them right here in the chat. But we'll see.
I know. Jaco, what's going on?
We'll see. But also that Friday, but later on in the night, probably around midnight, because they are on the New Zealand time scheme, MVCI Oceania Online Tournament number 5. This is from our guys at Julian FGC. Dude, you guys have to follow this guy. I'm telling you, because he stream. I'll put his Twitter. That's Julane. It's not Julane. It's Julian. Follow this guy Vest, and then he streams. This is the guy who streams the Marvel in New Zealand, and they have a monthly, right? So I didn't even know. So I followed him, and then randomly on some Saturday night at 1 a.m. I'm watching fucking Marvel brackets. I don't know about you guys, but I love Marvel brackets any goddamn time, right? So follow Julian FGC, and then you can see on his Twitter right when they're going live, because he does monthly Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. This is Better Part, Taz, all the New Zealand dudes. You know what I mean? All the New Zealand dudes going at it. But they're on their fifth tournament.
Usually at that hour, I'll be clapping cheeks and go to bed.
Hey, dog, you can get clapping cheeks while there's cheeks getting clapped on the screen.
Bro,
bro.
Bro, no, stop. You know how hard?
Like that. Okay, just stop. Just stop.
Just stop, bro. Fuck. I'll be pissed off, bro.
No, just stop. I like that. That's so right. You're right though. All right. Yeah. House of M. If you guys are in, speaking of House of M, right? The old Wanda plot.
Yeah.
If you're in the House of M, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, we are down with the latest, greatest formats. That is the Parsec format. So rest in peace, the retro throwback, but we have not said goodbye to Ultimate Marvel 3 by any means. We have just upgraded our shit to the Parsec format, open bracket. This is on the 22nd. I believe that's this Saturday.
Yeah.
No, this is Sunday. This Sunday. Look at this Sunday. So if you guys are into that Marvel 3 retro action and you have a good PC, you want to get down in the most lag-free, it's not lag-free, but the best netcode that we have available for Marvel 3 at the time, it is Parsec, and you need to get your ass in there. Be sure to check it out. The open brackets, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Shout outs to EMP Obama and Untamed Gaming for making that happen for you guys. But speaking of Untamed Gaming making shit happen for you guys, Jaco Man will be hosting, alongside with Untamed Gaming, a lagless Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite event at where, you ask? In Chicago. Check the trailer out. Ooh, you know what it is. Lagless Marvel finds its way back to Combo Breaker 2022, the MVCA side tournament hosted by Untamed Gaming. Be sure to go check out. Say hi to my man Jaco. Enter that bracket if you can. You saw the trailer. Top four gets medals. Top 3 gets payout. Did I read that right? Yeah, top 4 medals. Top 3 payout. $5 entry fee. You're gonna be gaming it up in Chicago anyway. Be sure to swing by the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite area. You will see Jaco Man. Be sure to check it out. Be sure to enter. What's going on, Bess?
Yeah. Oh, it's funny that you mentioned that Jaco Man was hosting it, and I'm actually is the one hosting it.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
You know why? Because we're Untamed Gaming, bro, not Jaco Man.
I don't talk. Say hi, debate all of your movies with DJ Vest in person.
Oh, God. I might end up fucking beating some people's heads up, bro. I don't want to get arrested, so I'm fine.
Vest is going to be there specifically to talk about all of your hot takes about Marvel movies. But be sure to check it out. Swing by. Yo, Vest, you better get in that bracket if you're going to be there. MVCI Clash of the Stones, Combo Breaker. Be sure to check it out.
Right. And another thing, yo, Beto, why you cannot play in the Battle Realm, huh? Why you bitching out?
Best.
Why you gotta go talk to Don? The fuck is wrong with you? See, come on. See, look, this is the reason. See, this is what I hate about fucking Marvel Infinite players.
Guys, I almost had a match with Beto, but Best is killing it, bro. I almost had it.
Bro, there's no fucking point. You called him out on the platform on a Friday, all right? I don't think so. I'd rather go to Don.
See, he don't even want to do it. He don't even want to
do it. All right, we move on to the next people. Let's move on to the next person. All right, that's it. Let's move on to the next person. All right. We're wasting too much time against Beto. I know.
Beto. It ain't about the vest. It ain't about the bullshit. It's about that Marvel, boy. It's about that Marvel.
He's not going to do it.
I just wanted. That's definitely killed it. See, I know what's going on here.
I don't give a fuck.
Match.
Yo, Beto, literally, I really don't give a fuck about you, and I don't really give a fuck. What you doing? What you? Hey, I'm sorry. Get out. The end. All right, just get out. That's it. Don't listen to me. Get out. Just mute. Whatever.
Moving along.
All right. Moving along. All right. Well, Jacob Man's looking for players right now for the Battle Realm. So,
yeah. Clash of the Stones Season 9 PS4 Online Tournament number 5. The reason why this has a date a little later than you're expecting, it's in June and not in May, is because Jacob Man is literally traveling out of town. But when he comes back, be prepared. The Clash of the Stones tournament is still underway. We are in their 9th season, 5 tournaments deep. Raisins won the last one. I'll tell you this much, Raisins not winning this one. I take 1 day off, Jaco. I take 1 day. I don't even take the day off. I just had to leave early. And then Raisins is the winner? This is what it is when I'm gone? Not happening again. Not happening again. Raisins, I will defend the UG Dojo, not only from you, but from all people who think they can come in there and just take the championship.
Bro, funny thing is I got 3rd place on it, and I had a tornado warning too.
Yeah. Tornado hold. Hold. All right, be sure to check it out. There's going to be this a little off the ways, guys, but mark your calendars now. Saturday, that's June 11th, MVCI Clash of the Stones. And of course, Wicked X Mage did the Shiba Burn Cup, but he changed all that up. I think he separated a little bit from that. He is still going to throw the Marvel vs. Capcom tournament, though, aka the Oz Cup. He postponed it until July, so that is definitely a TBA at this point, but just look out for it. Shouts to Wicked X Mage, aka Oz. He will be throwing another Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite tournament in July. Just keep your heads out. As I get more information, I will obviously dispense the dates and times to you guys. And shouts to Oz. He actually runs a really tight ship when it comes to tournaments, because he's done these Mario Maker tournaments, and he does schedules, commentators, the whole 9. Like I said, it's not his first rodeo. He runs a tight ship, knows what he's doing when it comes to running brackets. So shout-outs to Oz, and look forward to that in July. And then speaking of looking forward to things in the way future, my man needs to get a new flyer, but I'm going to put the date out there. Be sure to check it out. Summit in Seattle? Nope. Summit in Vegas. Yes. The best of the best. High stakes. Best Marvel vs. Capcom tournament. Lagless event of the year. The Grand Championship, the Evo of MVCI, has returned once again to Las Vegas. I am so ridiculously stoked about it. It's not even funny. If you have a chance to get out to Evo, then you definitely have a chance to get out to Summit in Sin City. Be sure to check it out. This is going to literally be on the Evo weekend. I believe it's the Friday of Evo weekend. But he will make accommodations for people who want to attend Evo. So if you are going to Evo and you are planning and attending this, let Summer know ASAP, because he will try to make those brackets happen for you guys. Be sure to check it out. First weekend of August. Be sure to be there. When I tell you that there is no... I cannot explain a summit. A summit is different than a tournament. It's different than Evo. It's literally a group of dudes who love the same hobby, crammed into the same fucking house for 2 days with liquor and consoles. Do I have to say more? Like, it gets absurdly fun, absurdly ridiculous. You guys know what it is. Summit in Sin City this time. Be sure to check it out. And I'm just going to mention this just to do my FGC due diligence. Hella fun, to say the least, bananas. To say the least, it was hella fun. Same weekend as Evo. Will it have MVCI? Who knows? Either way, MVCI will be in Vegas regardless. But, you know, we got to do our due diligence for the FGC. Evo will also be happening that weekend on the 5th. Will it have MVCI? Who knows, right? But just want to keep you guys in the know. Yo, do both. Hit Summer's pad. Go to Evo. Go get your Gordon Ramsay burger. Call it a fucking weekend. You guys know what it is. Be sure to check it out. I will be in attendance at Summers, and I think I will do at least one spectator day of Evo. But Summit in Vegas is where you really need to go if you're an MVCI head. You guys know what it is. And of course, any given Wednesday, who will win? Will Jaco Man take your soul? Or will you knock him into the pit after defeating Goro and himself? The fate is on you. Any given Wednesday, the Jacomania Chronicles PS4 and Steam online tournament that goes down at 5 p.m. every Wednesday, 8 p.m. if you guys are on the East Coast. Be sure to check it out. The funniest ending to any tournament, 3. The Jacomania Chronicles. Be sure to check it out. Whoa, why did that disappear? Why did that disappear? Any given Wednesday, you guys know what it is. The who's who of Marvel Infinite. The bracket of brackets. Ralston Arcade and ICU Hater bring you the gauntlet. We still enter every week, guys. We still out here making and breaking those champions. Be sure to enter any given Thursday. Goes down at 4:30 p.m. PST. Do not forget about my man, ICU Hater. Keep showing your love and support, man. He does so much for the community. The least you can do is enter. Shout outs to the gauntlet. Check it out. Whoa, my PlayStation's about to turn off. There you go. All right. And of course, last but not least, if you like what you are seeing here and you have not followed, what the hell's wrong with you? Hit that follow button. You love what you see and you like to support the channel in an even bigger way and get access to these wonderful Power Stone Marvel Lives emotes. Mash that subscribe button. Mash that follow button. Well, make sure, mash it an odd number of times because it's actually going to go follow, unfollow, follow, unfollow. So mash it as much as you want. As long as you end on an odd number of follow, then you've done it right. Be sure to check it out. Subscribe, follow and subscribe. Get those emotes. OG War Destroyer, bringing you that Marvel Monday action every other Monday. Power Tools, Tornico TV. We got all the good stuff. We got all the good stuff. All right, before I go out and chat, let me give a last read. Super shout outs, yo, Summer, better late than never. DJ Vest, Beto, Steffi Boy, Bananas, Jaco Man, Cook the Dawn, XC, Netflix and Chill, Wicked X Mage, Azura X. I believe I said Steffi Boy already, but I'll give him another one more again. Squeak, Atenia ARV, I appreciate every one of you guys. Raisin Brands here a little bit earlier. Prismimic as well. Flare, FGC Flare G as well. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for participating in today's Marvel Monday. Guys, I do upload these to YouTube now. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel where you can catch the reiteration, the redo, the review of this movie, and of course all of the results as well. Be sure to check it out. All right, we had a lot of fun. Vest, you want to give him any closing words?
Pretty much it. You know, just if you guys gonna watch a Marvel movie, please do watch the series. Do watch the the past. Do start reading a little bit about the comics. You just get yourself, your foot in the door, because you got to understand that Marvel movies can do so much because due to money and financial purposes. And the comic has more in depth with the situation. So, like I said, if you guys watched the Doctor Strange movie, we gave you our take. Everybody has their own different opinion. Just remember, before you just go ahead and start bashing, bashing the movie.
Let it go, Best.
Okay.
Let it go,
just,
Best.
just
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go.
Just watch. There's that Disney Plus, $6.99.
All right, guys, to wrap it up, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's worth the price of entry. And of course, when it comes to all these Marvel events, stop sitting on your ass. Support what they do, man. The events, enter the Gauntlet, enter the Battle Realm, enter Clash of the Stones, get your ass to Chicago, get your ass to Summit. In the words of Mots to Rock, seize every opportunity to marvel on. All right, it's been a great one, guys. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.